Hello YouTube, welcome to session 66 of the Witch Moon Vale. Last time, the party managed to have a nice trip north, until one evening, while chatting with the party and reminiscing about the past, while under the influence of dank weed and some alcohol, Brutus had an emotional episode that spurred a reaction by the unknown thing affecting him, where Zakin witnessed a swarm of eyes swirling around him. After telling the party about this, Brutus had another emotional lapse due to his drugged state and learning of this information, and did not manage to keep his cool and hold it back, where he exploded with radiant energy, and Zakin saw an unknown entity within Brutus's aura before he passed out from exhaustion. After the explosion, the party continued their trip and rolled into Investus near late evening. And that is where we ended last session. I think that...
And last week we had the funniest joke of the campaign.
Yep.
Hurt me.
None of it was
Elvish Presley.
Elvish.
Oh, man. So...
Was that only a week ago?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a long week.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Did you make the week long?
I did. I've been stressed. Moving is a stress.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But,
So, yeah.
But yeah, it's fine.
Oh, let's refresh this page here. Reload.
It's time to investigate.
Yes, you guys were going to spend some time investigating?
Yeah, I think we were going to go to bed for the night and then, like, find a priest or something.
Yes, you guys did find a place to crash. Remember it was right near the Black Dragon's Den? Or the Dragon Scale Meadery. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're staying right across or right next door to the Dragon Scale Meter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Scale Meadery. Somewhere there's a stabby boy in a corner just celebrating by stabbing.
Was he an albino? Or was he just... I don't remember.
No,
He was
he had
black.
black scales.
No, yeah, he was black scaled.
He was black scaled? Okay.
Yeah, black scales with red feet.
Oh, that's what it was. He had the red feet. Oh my gosh, people.
What was his name? Olo?
Yep.
Oh no. Sorry.
Olo is so much fun to play. To be able to, like, very slight tangent, I promise this isn't going to go on for 12 minutes. Playing a young, innocent, but not at all, like, innocent person was so interesting for me, like, roleplay-wise, to, like, have to idolize this just demon of a person in Gorndolf and think that he's, like, on top of the world, just living. He's living the Lord of the Rings, like, Hobbit-style adventure. Like, the positivity of leaving, that's what he thinks he's living right now.
I found the art edit for Olo.
Completely wrong.
Yeah, no, he, like, totally just so ignorant to the reality of the matter.
What was the advice I gave you? Like, I gave you some really bad advice.
Oh, it was awful. It was
like
trust
always
no one.
walk over other people or, like, take them, like, it's just, like, complete opposite of Gandalf.
Exactly.
Remember, Frodo, take advantage of
Everyone you can.
Never forget to take advantage of people and, like, just...
Yeah, like, I
insane.
wrote you, like, a full-on, like, letter, like...
Just do it to it first.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are in your room for the evening, chilling, hanging out. Yeah. Oh. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you guys were heading into your tavern. Did my internet go out again? Oh, come on. Did yours crash? Yours crashed. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Not you, hun. The big hun.
Alora got caught in the router and unplugged everything.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how you kept
Mage.
having internet for a while there.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. Was I was still in the call. I didn't get disconnected. It's just none of you guys could hear me, and I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Well, I made sure everything was hooked back up, and sounds like we're good to go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I was gonna say, everyone, as you guys are going into your tavern, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Oh yeah, tavern.
Yep. I assume you guys are just going straight into the inn tavern.
Yeah.
So, are we actively looking for something? Because if not, are we using our
You
passive?
can use passive.
Hey, 26.
22.
Gross.
Me too.
I
They're getting
rolled
rid
my
of
first- my
passives
passive.
in 1D&D, right? 'Cause fuck that.
I think didn't they cancel one D&D?
Or whatever the new D&D thing is.
I thought they canceled one D&D because there was so much negative backlash. I don't
I
know.
didn't mean.
I don't think that was about 1D&D, was it?
I don't know. I thought that's what it was. I heard something about it, but I don't know if I haven't heard anything else about it, so I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tangent again.
You're fine. We're tangent tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, Brutus, yeah, you're exhausted and you want to just go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Thorgrim and
In character too.
Pasha.
Yeah.
You guys just notice lots of people coming and going. Zakin, jump
With
over
a
to Whispers
26
for me.
and a 22?
Yep.
Okay.
That...
Hello. You here? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
There you are.
Okay.
What happened? Did you
I don't
turn
know,
yourself
my
off?
computer is Roll20 is making my computer run hot tonight. I think that's-
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, with your special vision, you actually see a person cloaked in illusions leave the Dragon Scale Meadery. Their illusion looks to be that of an elf. But in reality, they're a kobold with black scales and red feet.
Oh my word.
Okay,
Love it.
okay, we can jump back. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
We have questions.
Yeah. So it's nothing like super important. So
Sure.
okay. Yeah, you guys head on into the tavern. The innkeep sees Brutus looking exhausted and he's like, I assume you guys are looking for some rooms.
Mm.
How many rooms do we need?
That is good question.
Do they come with more than one bed?
I'll need one for myself.
I've got single bedrooms. I've got two bedrooms, and there's ones that just come with open floor space and lots of pillows and blankets.
Oh, puddle pile. Interesting conception.
I'll take a single room myself, please.
Okay. So one single.
I think we'll share one. I want to keep an eye on him. Just make sure he's all right.
A double.
You're gonna
No,
sleep
just-
in my room?
You.
Oh.
Probably like helping hold Brutus up. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
just take the
For the Missy,
Space.
are you gonna crash with them or are you taking your own room?
No, I prefer the stars.
Should be like, I've got rooms with views of the stars.
like
You mean like open
roof.
ceiling plan?
You could say that.
Tell me
Quick,
more, I'm
let's
interested.
turn the balcony into a bedroom.
Should be like, she'll like holler at one of her people and be like, I'm gonna go give these guys a tour of the couple of the rooms. She'll take the money for the 2 rooms that you guys have already gone, and she'll lead you through it. Yours will be 8 silver. The other room will be a gold.
Wait, what? The single room is
8 silver.
cheaper?
Yeah.
I only have gold pieces, so I'll just give a gold.
Okay.
And get change.
Okay. You'll get 2 silver back.
Oh, they don't do change here.
I'm gonna pay with
Besides-
only copper.
You're perfect just
Okay.
the way you are.
I'm kidding.
80 copper. Boom.
Okay. She'll lead you through a door. It
I
appears
guess
to be another magical door that seems to teleport you. And as you walk through, you see like this hallway that kind of almost seems like it stretches on for as far as you can see. And
Trippy.
and she goes, your room 23, and you guys are room 67. And then she points to the girl and be like, to Pasha, and goes, you come with me. We're going to the hundreds.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And they start walking down the hall.
Wow. The hundreds.
You get to room 167. And she stops and goes like, this is the room I was talking about. And she pushes it open. And inside you see that the walls have kind of an illusion over them that looks like the outside. You get the full night sky, the full horizon, everything.
I will be taken aback. I'll kind of just like do like a spin, like a slow like turn around the whole room, like arms up, mouth agape, and I'll be like, this is amazing. Usually I just sleep outside, everybody sleep inside and I just sleep outside. But this is like all of the outsideness, but I don't have to like look out for people trying to stab me.
Yeah. She's like, well, I figured you would probably, yeah. Inside's a little more safe right now, especially with this whole curse going on.
That's true. I suppose you're right. This will be the first room I ever, like, really stay in besides my one back home. Like, first, like, inn kind of thing. You'll be taking my first.
Well, it's always the first time. She'll be like, this one's 2 gold.
Alright. I assume my companion can sleep here as well?
As long as
Okay.
you clean up his shit.
Oh no, he takes care of that. He's not animal. He's companion. There won't be a mess. There we go. That's what I mean. And I'll pass her 2 goals.
Okay. She'll be like, thank you, and then she'll start walking away.
I don't suppose we have any way of messaging each other, right? I don't think we do.
I mean, I can cast sending, but I'm
You heard each other's room
down the
numbers.
hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to walk like
And-
5 minutes to get to
and
their room.
just so I'm totally sure, the cart is like very secure and like not gonna get messed with.
Left it on the street.
It's parked in the stable with the horse.
Good, just as long as it's safe.
It is in a secured structure. But other people who are sleeping here also have their stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Just as long as it's not, I'm not like, just as long as Tenzin's not like just in a cart in the middle of the road somewhere.
Oh yeah, that. Uh-huh.
Apparently, there was actually a horse named Whiskey, a famous horse.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, tangent. Moving on.
You should look up one named Brandy. See if that's a thing. I mean, what? Definitely not something I could do for myself. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Brutus goes to his room and sleeps. Bam.
Yeah.
I put him down in his room and then,
I'm dead.
yeah,
They put
I
me
will
down.
go to bed myself.
I'll run back to the room I know Thorgrim's in, and I'll knock on the door.
Aye.
Thorgrim,
What?
got to come see my room.
I checked to see if Brutus is asleep.
What?
Alright,
No.
he'll be
So-
alright for it.
Not until someone's with you.
I'll just like
Go.
grab you, and I'll just start running down the hall. I haven't stayed in a room
You're so
before.
fast!
Make a dexterity check, Thorgrim.
No, he's getting his ass
Oh, I'm-
dragged.
My walking speed's the same as hers, I was just kidding.
Is your walking speed the same?
Yeah, I have 30-foot walking speed.
What do I? I have 35.
Oh, you are
Yes!
fast. then.
Drag his ass.
I'm not typical dwarf slow, though. Would you say dext?
Dex, yeah.
Like save? Or...
Yeah, just make a save.
It's gonna be a 2. Or a
Zero!
Oh no!
Zero!
Oh
Zero! Yes!
So
my
Pasha, in your excitement, Thorgrim opens the door after you knock, and you're like, "Come see this!" And you like grab him and you start running, and he just plows right into the door frame. And you just you know that like sack of potatoes, like when you hit it against the door frame, and then it swings around and goes around you. Like all of a sudden, you're doing like a top spin as Thorgrim's like twirling around you because you yanked him so fast out without him realizing.
Shit! Fuck! Shit! Oh! Shit! Sorry! Oh!
Ow!
I apologize.
Love it.
Oh, I am so
You're
sorry.
like 3 times taller than me, I can't keep up with you.
I got excited.
Somehow Tenzin knows this happened, and he smiles.
I cast animate objects on Tenzin and make him frown.
He can't. It's crazy. Your spell fizzles.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I you know how like when we go to places and you guys stay in the house place and then I stay outside?
And that was worth smashing my face into a door?
Wait. Look at this. Look at this. I open the door. It's like outside but inside.
Holy shit. This place is pretty cool, actually.
He's got a bloody nose. He's just like looking
Yeah,
up
I'm
at
just
the
like
sky.
freaking big red mark across my face.
Yeah.
Like probably like one eye is already like starting to swell close.
It's fucking cool, right?
He's concussed as shit right now.
Cast cure wounds on myself just to make sure I'm actually
Right.
seeing this.
No, my face is not broken. I see. But yeah, Pasha will just.
We should
kinda
have
like-
all goblins.
I mean, you're free to stay if you want. Is there a bed in this room, DM? I don't even know if Pasha
There is.
Okay. Be like, there is bed. I was just going to sleep on floor, so.
Does it look like a really hard bed or does it look soft?
It's not super comfortable, probably, but like, it looks comfortable, more comfortable than the floor.
Well, I'm asking because Thorgrim would like a very, very, very hard bed. He sleeps on a stone bed at home.
That's true.
I think the bed in the literal like den you made is literally made of stone too.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, that looks far too comfortable for me.
Oh. Sorry.
No, it's.
And there's
We
plenty
should
of space
definitely
on the
enjoy
floor.
this. I mean, if we end up staying another night, I'm just gonna move into this room. Holy
That sounds good, yeah.
I wonder what else they have.
I know, right? There's like stars and shit. Look, look! And I'll point to the wall. It looks like this tree is swaying. Is swaying. Oh my god. Is swaying in breeze. Crazy.
Can we feel like walls? Or is it just like a pier?
It's a wall. It's an illusion cast on the wall.
Sorry, that gif is too funny.
It's like a combination of those two is what happened.
Okay, now I need to see
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
Switch screens.
Is that her right in the back of the knee?
You just like grabbed me and like turned, like pulled me and just slammed me into the wall, basically. Like that's what I'm picturing.
Like
I'm
he didn't
sorry,
even
guys.
clear the doorway before you
Yeah,
grabbed
that's
him and
what,
started
like,
running.
She like grabbed me and pulled me with her, and I just wasn't expecting it. Just wham right into the door.
I was just body checking you, man. That's good.
Just making sure you're awake.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be awake. I want to go to bed.
Well, I suppose.
Now that I have a migraine,
You'll sleep like a rock.
I don't think that's how migraines work.
I can appreciate that joke.
instantaneous migraine.
I don't appreciate that joke at all.
It's okay. I'm just being stone cold tonight.
God damn it.
Why are you being so hard on him, DJ?
He's just trying to be a
Oh my
rock
God.
solid friend, guys.
It's not 420 anymore. He can't be stoned.
Hey,
I mean,
have a little bit more
you
gratitude.
can still be stoned. Let's be honest.
Did you just say gratitude?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
you
I
did.
did.
Baby's bed.
That's pretty good.
Yes, you can.
Oh
go
yeah,
get
what
the
kind of
rest
stone did you guys turn Tenzin into?
You are
Whatever's
probably a
porous and
nice
brittle.
dark shale.
Oh my god.
Shale?
Soapstone.
You know,
So
something
brittle.
that just falls apart super easily.
It just flakes off so easy.
Sandstone.
No, it'd probably be like granite,
Sandstone?
Oh yeah.
What is
limestone.
talc? What is this?
You're just salt.
You know,
Can't even get
Yep.
you wet.
I mean, you could be like a little pillar of salt. That's like
I
religious,
don't even
right?
get like marble or granite or something incredibly hard.
No, you're definitely talc. I agree.
Yeah, I get like chalk. Turn Tenzin into a giant chalk statue.
We can use you to leave messages for people.
It's that you're actually just like slightly hard packed dirt.
Why am I missing 3 fingers?
Because we
Sorry,
found
we needed
4
to
of
write something
them.
down.
It's the curse, you know, at the ate away at you.
It's the bonsai tree that Pasha wanted, actually. We needed some dirt.
That's right,
Oh yeah, are we turning him into a chia pet?
for sure.
God fucking damn you guys.
Oh look, here's how you're moving him down the road.
You just wake up and
Yes.
I watched whatever that was. I can't remember what it was, but I watched it. It was great.
Is it the one where they're like trying to explain how they were able to move the Easter Island?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Because they're so big, they're like, there's no way they could have.
Well, there
Yeah,
is.
I don't think.
Like, just
humans
walk
made
it
the
like it's a
pyramids.
washing machine.
Oh yeah? I feel like that's a conversation we don't have time for
Yeah,
in a
no.
D&D session, but
That's
I want to
nice.
have it.
I just can't imagine it was possible. The outside of the pyramids used to be like smooth and like sheen.
Why is that hard?
How do you do that?
Chiseling a lot of time on your hands?
I don't know. It just seems like
Slave labor?
Thousands of slaves? Yeah.
Well, that
would
would be
have
like
to-
more professionals
Oh
doing that part.
no.
I don't know.
Oh,
You can
There's
have
just so
professional
many
slaves.
aspects to it. I'm not totally sure it was humans. Like
It was Egyptian gods.
But I would love the idea that it wasn't.
for,
Okay. Okay, so you guys have found your rooms and are going to bed.
this is the dream that Zaken had.
Yeah.
I gotta stop smoking before bed.
I might,
That damn salvia, man.
before I go to bed, go downstairs for a quick drink. And maybe try and ask the bartender a couple of things.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a drink as well, just one, but with as much ice as they can give me.
So are we gonna
Like
are,
a separate cup of ice.
are we going down for a drink then?
Oh, I'm just gonna get the drink and take the ice, basically.
Okay.
Ice my face.
Nice money.
You would just slam the drink and then
Okay. Yeah, you're just holding the mug to
yeah,
your
he's
face.
just taking the ice with him. He's like, I'll bring this back. Like,
Oh, are you hot?
yep, that's it.
Ooh.
Good night.
Oh,
See you
good
tomorrow.
night. Just sleep well. Man, wonder what's up with his like inner, temperature. Cause usually he's, running pretty stable.
You hear like an NPC, like just a random NPC, like, what the fuck happened to that guy's face?
Pasha takes no notice. She is none the wiser. She's like, what face? Who? Oh, he
God damn it.
maybe he saw like Tenzin, when we fought that like those like creatures, they like messed up his like whole body, I don't know.
What a fucking unnecessary slam! Where did this come from?
Remember we were fighting those fake creatures?
Tenzin just got absolutely slammed about being ugly once. Out of left field.
Remember that one time when you were super ugly? Ah,
She just saying this to a bartender. she just. There's this one
Speaking of
friend I have
should we
who's a
just
great guy and I love him a lot. And he was really fucking ugly that one time.
One time,
Is
this
he in the cart?
monster punched him till he was ugly. It was not good, my friend. I don't recommend it.
is he in the cart, or did we bring him into this place for safety?
He's in the cart.
Yeah,
We
he's
left him in
definitely
the cart.
Well, he's like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be just moving him in and out. Like,
Yeah, we had to like get me professionally loaded in.
Yeah, and they only dropped you like 4 times, which is pretty good.
Yeah, compared to usual, that's like
Better not be fucking true, guys.
top service.
You don't know.
yeah, you weren't there.
I don't know.
Dan, do I successfully sleep?
Yes. You all can successfully have a sleep.
Yes.
I was gonna ask the bartender some stuff.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to ask, and I'm trying to be like quiet. I'm going to ask them if they've heard anything about like a unicorn horn lately.
They'll be like, nothing on the unicorn horn lately.
Anything about like weird animal attacks, like wolfish nature, maybe?
Wolfish nature?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think.
Maybe
Is this
something about.
like, do we know about this like wolf attack thing, or is this something that the group doesn't know about yet?
Mm-hmm. Just a Pasha question.
Okay.
Be like, there's been a lot of hostile attacks on traders and caravans in the last several weeks. I think the world and everyone is losing their freaking minds because of this damned curse.
Oh, this curse, I know, right? It's horrible.
It's causing all the wildlife to go crazy, and we already have crazy wildlife up here in Sulfura. All these wizards bringing in their experiments and.
That's true. I guess I didn't ask a very easy question, huh?
Be like, there's probably been a wolf attack sometime recently. I don't. There's just a lot. It's hard to keep track of everything.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I'll give them 2 gold. I'll just pass 2 gold over.
They'll swipe it up and say, thank you.
And then I'll just, drink a couple of beers. Just, seeing if I hear anything interesting.
Okay. Not much. Mostly just people talking about the curse and what they think's causing it and what's going on. And
can I just hear a couple of theories just for shits and giggles?
One of them, who appears to be a traveler, is saying that they believe it's coming. They believe the source has been tracked to a dense jungle far to the southwest on Vonsel Run. Would you what?
Would I be familiar with, like, maybe roughly where that would be and what that's called?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay, probably not.
No, you're not really familiar.
Okay.
I'll be like, he'll be like, yeah, one of my colleagues is, she's been reaching out and recruiting adventurers,
My God.
and sending them over to deal with it. I think she said she's tracked it down like a week ago. Like she figured it out a week ago, its source, and has sent 3 teams, I believe, already. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, with enough people being sent after it, it won't last too long.
Oh my God. Can I hear one more theory, and then I'm good.
One more theory?
Yeah, just one.
They'll be like, this just makes me think we pissed off the gods somehow. My grandfather told me about when Ao showed up and cast all the gods out of the heavens. He was pretty pissed. They said they saw him in the sky, and then all the gods started falling out of the sky like meteors. So I don't know. I don't know. I think this is probably him being fed up with us again.
That is a lot to think about. And then I'll pay for my drinks and I'll go to bed.
Okay. Everyone else already went to bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys wake up in the morning. What are you guys doing for the day?
In the morning, and I step outside.
It's
and I look.
the 24th of Runeright. You guys were gonna try to do some research, I think, is what you said.
Yeah. Did you want Brutus there with you when you guys do the research, or were you wanting to do it without him?
No, I think we
definitely need you there.
have him alone.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure. That's why I asked. Cool. I go with you wherever you guys want to go.
Alright, so Zeke, based on what you saw, where do you think we should start looking? Because from what you described, it's nothing that I'm familiar with,
Yeah, I'm not
either
quite
medically
familiar
or
with it either.
religiously. I mean, do you think like a arcane scholar might
Yeah, maybe. I think if it's a creature like we saw, then maybe.
Alright, so we find a mage or some sort of scholar. Alright, yes? No? Everybody agree?
Yes?
Yeah, I think that's the move.
Alright, Dan, we try to find a learned wizard or something.
Okay. That's pretty easy. This is a massive capital of conjuration-based wizards.
So there's no wizards in.
Damn it.
You guys like thinking library, the college? Where are you thinking?
What do you think? Library or college would be better?
I would think the college probably.
Yeah,
There'd
same.
be more expertise there.
Yeah, more chances of.
They would know where to look more than we would at the
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go to the Investus University of Conjuration. And you go to the archway that is been basically the direction. You follow the directions to get to the archway, and you step through, and you walk out onto what appears to be a massive floating island in space, essentially. There's just endless open expanse beyond, and it's just this massive island out in front of you with tons of buildings and stuff all over. There appears to be one central building that you can see.
I think we'll head that way.
Okay. You guys walk across the grounds, looking into all these cool. You see all these like different types of like portals and other types of conjuration-based things that are bringing material and stuff in, and then it's flowing out the other side. Like there's a river of lava coming through one portal, running down a channel and out another portal. There's water doing that. All different kinds of materials and things all over, and you see people taking samples of different ones and then heading off to their own areas to study or whatever they're doing. And you guys continue on to the main building. When you walk in, there's a grand entryway, and basically this is the entrance to the college. There's multiple people sitting around tables and desks that appear to be secretaries or greeters. I assume you walk up to one?
There is
Yeah.
one way of finding someone, kind of quickly. Well, could be quick, could take a while. We could just walk around and, see who starts to look the most uncomfortable by Brutus. Not to be rude, Brutus. No offense.
Like someone else who might see the same thing as they can see.
Exactly.
Or there could just be a racist.
Or
I don't
that.
see it all the time. It's not there right now, for instance. It's only when
Oh. See,
Yeah, I
that-
think we just should try to find somebody who's really smart on that.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go with the yeah. Okay.
We could try that if
Okay, so you walk up to the main desk.
yeah.
Okay, you're greeted by a young lady sitting at the desk and was like, "Oh, hello. What can we help you with at the college today?"
We're looking for an expert.
An expert on what?
Let's kind of
Kinda
turn
like
and look
look
at our
at
new
them
friend.
and, like
Beings or
Creatures,
creatures
being?
that aren't always seen by the naked eye.
like possibly possession or
Possession, unseen creatures, and anything.
Creepy shit.
Creepy shit. Okay.
yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. So, probably, it sounds like possession. Are we thinking ghostly possession, demonic possession?
Yes.
Unsure.
Yeah, I think that's
Cursed possession. I mean, really.
Okay. She starts flipping through her books. She'll be like,
Didn't you say something about like a hag?
As well as possibly transmutation. I didn't used to be. I used to be human.
Yeah, that too.
she kind of looks up and like, you used to be human. That's interesting.
really.
Yeah, I thought I told you that. It's all right. There's a lot to take.
You would probably want to talk to Alatar. Is he in right now? Let me see.
Is his name pronounced Alatar? Or is it just one Alatar?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
Alatar Jones.
It seems like he should actually. I think he should be just getting done with one of his classes, so he would probably be in his lab. Let me fetch someone to see if he take you there and see if he's available. She'll pick up a stone and be like, "I need an escort at the front desk." And then you hear a little voice pop back and be like, "We'll send someone down immediately." About like 2 minutes later, you hear a pop as a little goblin shows up and goes, "Oh, hello! Who needs the escort and where?"
Oh,
He just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just pops right into existence.
Oh,
Does he look like Doppy?
No, not quite like that.
We're looking for Alatar.
You guys are looking for Alatar?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Where is he at right now? And the secretary goes like, he is probably headed back to his study. His class ended like 5 minutes ago. Is what the schedule says. She'll be like, and then he'll be like, okay. He'll be like, here, take my hand. And the goblin will hold out his hands. Be like, form a circle.
I grab his hand and I grab someone else's.
I'll grab Bastion's paw and I'll grab a hand, any hand. I don't care.
Okay. You guys all form a circle?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll be like, hold on to your britches. And he'll jump. And you'll all feel all of a sudden as gravity begins to spin around you. And you guys find yourselves popping out of existence and reappearing in a hallway in front of a door. Be like,
Okay.
ah.
In Goblin, right before this happens, I'm going to close my eyes really tight and say, I can't hold on to my britches. Both of my hands are being held.
You'll hear the goblin chuckle. Be like, well then say goodbye to them. And he replies in goblin.
And I'll say, no, in Goblin.
And you guys reappear. And be like, okay, we're here.
Oh. I'll look down. Are my britches still on?
Yes, they are.
Nope,
they
you
gone?
lost your britches.
Zaken
He's just Winnie the Poohing it.
The goblin will walk over and knock on the door and go, Alatar, you have visitors. They were sent from front desk. He'll be like, give me a minute. And you'll hear a little, like, stumbling around inside, and shortly thereafter the door will open and you'll be like, hello. You'll see a old man standing before you and be like, hello. What can I do for you folks? Here, you know what? Just come inside. I want to sit down. And he'll usher you guys in.
Does the Goblin follow?
Yeah,
The goblin does not follow. He'll be like, have him send for me when you want to go back, unless you want to walk.
Okay.
What is your name, sir?
What?
The goblin?
Oh, sorry.
It's
been child aggro.
Go to your room.
Goblin's name is Gavin.
Okay.
I knew it.
The goblin leaves,
What was
and
the goblin's
Goblin
name?
goes to his room.
the goblin didn't give his name.
Even when I asked.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were aggro.
Oh,
Yeah, you were child aggroed. I asked. That's why I was.
when did you leave? Ask, like, was it right when they were leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Should be like,
Yeah.
my name's Goblina. Bye.
What? What?
Okay.
Farewell, Goblin.
Where's Goblin and Goblin? What was their
Gobble,
names?
gobble,
Gobble,
gobble, and
that's it.
Goblina.
Gobble and gobble. That was right.
Yeah, and you were little Gobble.
So,
Even though you were like
Just,
huge.
I was like 8 feet tall.
Alatar.
Be like, yes, come sit. He waves his hand, and you watch as like furniture all appears.
Oh,
Oh, excellent.
fancy.
And he
Just
walks over
perfect.
and
Oh,
sits
what
down
bush?
in a really high-backed, like black velveteen chair.
Oh, I like this guy's style.
And he snaps his fingers, and you see a pair of imps bring him a saucer of what looks to be like tea.
Guy's
My
so
roll
cool.
20 just crashed.
Oh.
Did you roll 20 crash?
It's giving me like a connection error message.
That's what mine was doing earlier.
You said it too.
Okay. So yeah, be like, so what brings you guys here today?
Well, we were looking for somebody that has more information than we have.
Well, I probably most definitely have more information than you have.
I'd
Rude.
knock him down a few notches.
Attack.
Yeah, my opinion of him just fell significantly.
Oh,
Same.
Pasha's opinion is like, oh, he's probably right.
You attack him, Jesus.
No,
Yeah,
that
it's
was
probably a
the
very
best one.
logical, straightforward response, but it's felt so cocky. Yeah, so I don't know where to start. I was born a human, and then this happened. And I gestured to me.
You definitely look like a minotaur. You sure you were born human and just don't think you
Yep.
were? Okay.
I was born looking human, at least. To a family of human-looking people. My brothers also changed, not into minotaurs, into their own thing.
He'll stop and be like, who did you piss off?
Yeah, it's probably my brother that pissed somebody off. He's kind of the problem child, but anyway.
You must have pissed off someone extremely powerful if he got all of you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yesterday, I think I don't know, 2 days ago. I don't know how long ago it was. I've been it's all blurring together, but well, they can probably describe it better because they saw it.
He turns to look at you
yeah.
guys.
Okay,
It-
no.
Just a
He
sec, guys.
saw it?
I got child aggro again.
Do you need me?
You
Can
muted.
anyone hear me?
He's having all the aggro. Yeah, we can hear you. He just
Okay.
muted himself.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
Okay. Hey, it's Bib o'clock.
But
It's Bib o'clock.
Gig.
Ah,
It's
damn
gig
it! Now,
o'clock.
now it's 9:19. Is that gig o'clock? I guess yeah. If you flip it upside down.
say it's
Yeah.
9:19. It's only 8:19.
Lowercase g.
Already in the wrong time zone.
I'm always in the wrong time zone. I'm in Denver.
Not you. He said it was 9:19.
I'm
It
gonna
is
be.
9:19.
I'm gonna be in
But
Texas
it's
time
not.
zone in 4 days. 5
I
days.
think they're on
10:19.
Central Time. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on
2
Central,
hours.
except for very like far west Texas. Yeah. Yeah, 5 days. But it feels like a lot less time than that, because I'm shipping my computer tomorrow. It's gonna be a long weekend without a computer.
Jeez, yeah.
Maybe I'll just finish Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Pasha will join us in a sec.
Okay. So yeah, I had a bit of an emotional freak out. Something tried to take me over, and then he saw.
Sounds pretty normal possession. You said you saw something?
Yes. At first, it was just red eyes. that looked like this, and I'll press the digitation and show him sort of what the eyes looked like.
He'll kind of like lean his head in a little bit to like examine them. Be like, okay, and he'll take us above his team. And be like, okay.
And then there was a second event when he seemingly kept control of himself and then lost control. And during the second event, I saw this, and I do the prestidigitation, sort of show him.
You have not seen this, Brutus. Mm-mm. Are you going to actively look?
Yeah, Brutus wants to know
I won't hide it from him now.
Okay. How many levels of exhaustion do you have right now, Brutus? Just so I know.
0.
You're down to... You're clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let me share the picture. I'll just post it in the general chat now, since everybody is seeing it now.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Where did it go? Right there. Oh, right there. Zoom.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
And I will say, it was almost like it was sort of trying to manipulate and lure him, and sort of lull him, but in a manipulative fashion. Is that accurate, Dan? Do you think that's accurate?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. He'll be like, huh, I have never seen an entity that looks like that before. He'll snap his fingers, and his 2 imps will come down, and he'll speak to them in Infernal and be like, do you recognize that? Is that any kind of devil you've ever seen or demon you've ever seen before?
I understand all of this. Hooray.
And they kind of like chitter back and be like, nope, no boss. Nope, 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 nope. No demon, no devil. Not that I've seen, at least.
Pasha will cuss. Well, shit. In Infernal.
Insight. Just kidding, I don't understand.
Speaking, bro.
He'll be like, well, I have no idea. How would Brutus feel about seeing that? Uncomfortable? Maybe a little mentally unstable?
A little scared, honestly.
Scared.
He tries to hide it, but he's a little scared.
Make a wisdom save.
Of course, my best save. Oh, not bad. 15.
Okay. You managed to hold yourself together. You feel the thing's presence, like looking for a something, looking. But it doesn't feel like it pushes this time.
I feel like it's looking for something.
It's looking for an opening.
Or a give in your will.
Like an opportunity?
Opportunity, yeah.
It's trying to take over right now.
You kind of, ever since that last one, you've definitely felt like it's there constantly.
More, okay.
It's very much more prominent. And
Yeah.
the feeling that you get, you kind of feel like you've always felt this your whole life, actually. It's just, as you've grown, it's slowly gotten stronger and stronger as you've grown.
I will, yeah. So, I can feel it a lot more since my freak out, and I just realized that I've always felt this thing. Like my whole life.
Like, as far back as you can remember?
Yeah.
Did your parents piss off someone?
I have no idea. I honestly don't think I ever even met a single one of my parents' friends. We grew up on a farm, so it was kind of isolated.
Oh, you didn't know any people outside of your family?
Well, no, I met people outside of my family. I just mean, like, my parents didn't have, like, friends come over and stuff.
Cult?
I don't think so.
Dude,
I
but
My
suppose
mom
you
was
wouldn't
kind of
know if you
religious.
grew up in it. Huh?
My mom was kind of religious.
for what religion?
That's a good question, Dan.
I
Yeah,
The
feel
Church of this
There's a
thing.
lot of them.
I feel like we had talked about it. Let me look real quick.
We'll also look.
Because I believe she worshipped an older deity.
Snake bug.
Where is my list?
Snake bug mantis.
You know, I don't think you ever actually told me, because I told you, like, the original ones in my original story, which was not in your world, and then I think you edited it. I don't think I...
Your mom worshipped Afara.
Okay.
Who?
That, now,
Or
those
you
are...
didn't tell us that?
Okay. Yeah, my mom worshipped Afara. But,
Afara from
Oh.
where?
I don't think it... the goddess. I don't think this would, have anything to do with her, though.
Well, you say you've felt this your whole life. Either you were cursed while you were very, very young, too young to remember, or your family has a curse, or you somehow got possessed before you were old enough to remember. But you said your brothers also had a
Yeah,
similar?
kinda. My oldest brother, he grew, like, wings. And my little brother, he didn't... I don't know how much he really changed, but he's, like, super skinny and pale, and, like, he looks like he's kind of undead, but he's not undead. I don't think. I should probably check on that.
Sorry, he what? DJ needs to hear that again and may need a follow-up question. What did your youngest brother look like?
I said he looks kind of, like, gaunt and pale and kind of undead, but I don't think he's undead.
Is
I should
he
probably check
elven?
on that. No, he's human. Like me.
But like after he changed, did
I don't think he's dead.
Ooh.
If that's what you're asking.
I have question. Are
DJ's
you-
asking this? This is not in character because
Oh.
Zaken wouldn't.
Oh
know.
yeah, you wouldn't even know that.
Are you guys like born from the mother and the father, or perhaps maybe adopted?
I don't think I'm adopted. They never said I was. No.
But they never said you weren't.
Dan, does Brutus think he might be adopted?
You don't have any clue?
Yeah, I don't think I'm adopted. I don't have any reason to believe that.
Okay.
But you have no way of figuring it out either.
Yeah, but he's not gonna say that out loud. He's gonna hold on to his illusions.
Guess I'm the only one.
You're not the only one. So, yeah. Any idea, Mr. Galvin?
Well, the thing that you said you saw, I have no recollection of any demon or devil with that appearance, and my devil friends here have no knowledge of anything that looks like that either. So demonic or infernal possession seems to be off the table. Unless it happens to be a greater devil that maybe has mutated, and there's only a very unique one. But that seems unlikely. Most greater devils have some documentation because they're powerful enough to live on the mortal plane by themselves for a while, so most mortals have experienced them before, at least in some aspect. So that doesn't seem likely.
Do you want to do any tests?
I can do some tests. And he's just like, I'm trying to rule out all the possibilities first. Before, wouldn't want to do any unnecessary tests. You say mental stress puts you in a state of vulnerability that this thing is trying to take over.
Yeah, so like kind of constantly right now?
Yes, there is a giant curse going on right now, and everyone's dying, and
Not that, but yeah, sure, that too.
But yes, is there any other information you can think of that might be helpful? Any affiliations with groups you've pissed off? Anything that might prompt some use? Something helpful?
Not really. My brothers and I were homebodies. Because we were all like weak or sick all the time when we were kids. So we never really went anywhere. And the changes happened before we pissed off the people to put us into slavery, so I don't think it was that. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll lean over to Thorgrim and Dwarven and say, "Is this human puberty?"
It might be.
Is there like a way to talk
I
to this
don't
thing?
know how humans work.
I feel like
Should
that
we
would give
tell
us a
him?
lot of answers.
No, easier.
I can attempt to talk to it, but it does not seem like it wishes to speak. I'm sure it would have already communicated with you, and since you said you've never talked to it before, right?
I've never really tried.
But given the description that your friend over here said he saw, leads me to believe that it would have talked to you if it had the capability.
Oh, another thing. When it happens, it like hurts people around me. Like in the very nearby vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of a radiant energy.
Radiant. That definitely did not look like a celestial to me.
I mean, are there such a thing as fallen celestials?
There are fallen celestials. The guardian of the ninth layer of hell is a fallen celestial, so...
Who's the guardian of the ninth layer of hell?
I do not remember her name exactly. Give me a minute. Um... the Archdevil Zariel. She is a fallen angel
Okay.
who is now a devil.
Yeah, whatever you wanna, whatever test you wanna do, I'm down for it. I need to figure this out before I kill someone.
Did I attempt to remove curse on you, or was that only on Tenzin?
No, you tried to remove curse on me. It didn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am Thorgrim. I am a holy man, and I already tried to remove curse. It's not a curse. Or at least not one that can be easily removed.
How much energy did you put into it?
7.
I think I casted it. What level is it? It's a level...
You did greater restoration, right?
It's level 3. No, it was just remove curse.
Oh.
Oh, did I? No, I didn't use greater restoration. I think it was just remove curse. It does the same thing.
They'll be like, well, some beings or some curses require a higher level. It depends on how skilled the caster was. From the facts that this one seems to have affected him for his whole life and mutated him from human into a minotaur. And it's also
because this thing doesn't look like it went. Anyway, sorry.
And something beyond that, even to affect his brothers, older and younger. You said.
Mm-hmm. Well, with triplets.
Triplets.
Yeah.
That changes things a little. So maybe it was your mother got cursed.
So you weren't adopted. Good for you.
Your mama's so cursed, she cursed you.
I wonder if your mom or father had a deal that went bad or something and made a deal with some greater being.
Oh, I just realized my brain was thinking this was unrelated, but you know what? It could be related. Who's got the journal?
Which one? Thirst journal?
I think that was his name here. The
I
guy from Underground with the picture in the back.
Yeah.
Picture. Thor?
We pull it out from where?
It's not Thor. It's
No, the guy who like killed my family member or whatever.
Yeah.
That's who we're
Oh,
talking
that
about.
guy.
The one that
Baracus.
triggered his first.
The
Yeah,
witch.
Baracus Obama.
yeah, Baracus Obamas.
Right.
Yeah. So we show him the picture and the end of it. This symbol was found near the at the murder scene of my parents recently. So I don't know. This could be related.
He's scanning it. Let me make a. He's like, I've definitely seen that before. But where?
Insight check.
Oh shit, he rolled a nat 20.
He's like, Where
him.
was
He
I?
did it.
Where was I? Where was I?
At your mom's house.
Whoa.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
he's your dad.
He's like, there was definitely a gentleman that visited the college that had that as a necklace. About, I would say, 5 or 6 years ago, I think. It's been a while. I don't remember what he was searching for. I believe I've also seen it occasionally on just random people around town.
Really?
I pay attention when I go out.
Is this like a you need help remembering kind of situation?
He seems to be honestly telling the truth. Like, he does recall it. He doesn't seem to be lying about the information he's giving you.
So I don't think I need to give him cash for him to tell me what I want to hear.
No.
Okay. Because Pasha would
Oh,
if she
I
thought
you were,
she needed
I thought
it.
you were threatening violence. I was like, please no.
No, I was gonna bribe him.
Oh no, you guys would get your asses kicked if you piss this guy off.
Dude, you don't want to piss off a wizard.
Yeah, this guy, he's got imp friends. I'm not fucking with this guy.
It's okay. It's okay. I speak infernal too. I'ma say, your bitch is going down. And then we'll go down and we'll hit him. And no, we're good. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So you
vote
can
no.
let Pasha take that fight alone.
She
But
won't
he'll be like,
alone. She got fasting.
I just assumed it was a fashion statement, maybe some kind of like night order, because it looks like a helmet kind of.
Yeah, but it feels like a cult.
But you say it was at the scene of the crime where your parents were murdered?
Yeah, like they tagged it like they were proud of what they did.
We've all, like, oh shit, never mind. I just slipped into Tenzin.
He's not here right now.
I know.
He's kind of mumbling, but like, I guess it could be a gang or a cult, maybe. Maybe
It doesn't feel like a gang. It's way too far-reaching for a gang.
Does the symbol look like something? Like you said, it looks like a helmet.
We've seen this symbol before.
Yeah.
I don't
it's in
remember what it
notes.
looks like in notes.
It's the helmet.
If you go into
okay.
Baracus's journal, it's at the back.
Oh, it's not
It's
I
this
think it's
big
also in
silver
notes.
coin
Yeah,
thing?
it's right there in notes.
Oh, the silver coin. It's in notes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing.
Did we show him the exact symbol so he knows what we're talking about?
The one in the journal, yes.
Okay.
You guys do have a metal one somewhere.
What would you?
Yeah. You guys took it off that bandit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Pasha and Thorgrim would be the only ones that would know about it directly.
Well, I mean, if he didn't pick it up, I probably did.
Thorgrim or Tenzin would have known about it, but he's a little quiet right now.
So I guess the question is, would Thorgrim have picked it up? 'Cause if not, Pasha will just
I
rip it out.
don't remember picking it up. I don't think I did.
Pasha
Does
can
does
be.
Zaken recognize this symbol at all, Dan?
He's a member of the cult.
He's the leader of the cult.
roll a history.
Okay.
Something about it seems familiar, but you can't put your finger on it.
Okay.
I'll pull out the coin pendant thing, and I'll be like, were they wearing something like this, maybe?
He'll be like, that's exactly what they were wearing. I don't know if it's that exact one, but that is definitely looks exactly right.
I'll kind of look at Thorgrim, and I'll be like, because we both know.
Which bandits did we get this from?
The ones at the mine.
The
Yeah.
one that we got the journal from.
The first journal, yes.
First one.
Oh, that's. Okay.
This is the one. This was the one that was. This is the bandits that were hiring the Earth cultists to raid the caravans to get the Hydra's blood, which then they were selling to Thar for information.
This is how we got info on the
Yeah.
tournament.
I think this is part of something bigger.
Well, shit.
Somehow, you feel something inside Thorgrim of Tenzin just screaming that he agrees with you.
I think Tenzin agrees.
I think so too.
I can feel it down my gut.
You can feel that cold stone stare.
Fart. Oh, never mind.
I can
It's
feel
gas.
it in my glutes.
That's you think Tenzin reaching out to you spiritually is just passing gas.
Yeah.
Well, he farted, so yeah.
He's been holding it in
This
for a
is the
while,
worst.
so.
This is the worst character development.
Don't forget about Twilight.
I mean, that's really bad, but this is
He's just.
Tenzin just
becoming
makes me
a one of
gassy,
a
okay?
kind of guy.
unbelievable.
So, okay. Whew, jeez, Thorgrim.
Sorry.
I pressed the digitation out of the way.
I had some beans earlier.
What,
Oh, the magical
Breakfast.
fruit.
do you have like a direction to point us in? Or like, I don't know, what do you want to do? What do you... Sorry, I'm freaking out.
Are you actually freaking out?
In character, yeah. In real life, yeah.
I will just kind of put my hand on your shoulder and I'm gonna cast calm motion. So.
Can you do that in real life too?
I cast weed. Dank weed.
Brutus is out. He has to go buy more.
Oh, okay.
But he's not sure he wants to because he needs to stay in control of his emotions.
Well, if you
Uh,
were on another,
A 6th level dominate person
you could.
Fuck.
saw him when he
Best
starts.
friend.
I'm kidding.
That's what I need.
When he
More
starts
people
freaking
trying to
out.
control me.
What were you saying,
tells
Pasha?
him- Pasha tells him about a little place called Best Buds.
No, I'm trying to stay sober, Pasha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with the word.
It's like
Alright.
Tenzin, just
Oh,
temporarily.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna be sober for the foreseeable future IRL too, so that's part of this.
Oh, okay. You do
Okay.
you, bro. You got this.
Okay. He'll be like, all right, let me ask one more person for information. Are you able to conjure that image again? Zakin, was it?
Yes. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. He'll do a twirly thing with his hand, and all of a sudden you'll hear a pop, and a little being will pop into existence nearby. And here, let me see. Let me refresh this page. Woo. Reload. There we go. Boom. And this guy pops up in the room. I'll be like, "Hello, my
Oh my
friend."
God.
He says it in Celestial.
Wait,
The guy does, or the
The
flying elephant does?
the guy does.
wait, which guy?
This
The
is
Wow.
instantly calmer just based on the appearance of this creature.
the wizard you guys are talking to.
And the spell that literally just comes.
Um,
And when I said I put my hand on your shoulder, I meant like your waist.
You can't reach that.
I'm sitting
far.
down, you can probably
Yeah,
reach
I always forget that I'm like half your guys' heights.
yeah.
You're all just fucking huge.
Okay, so the wizard speaks to him in Celestial. He goes like, do you happen to know what this is here? And he points towards the image that Zakin's casting. The thing kind of like floats around in the air, kind of like examining it, and then all of a sudden the wizard goes like, my friend here has no idea as well. It appears it's not a celestial demon or a devil. I don't know what it could be.
Would it be Faye?
Doesn't seem fey to me based on its appearance. The celestial was pushing it, but without the devil or demon, I don't know. Maybe it's...
Can we banish it? Is that like a thing? Or exercise it?
Well,
Could it be elemental?
I don't know. That's...
I mean, it looks kind of fiery, right?
Yeah.
He'll be like, why don't you come on over here? And he'll wave his arm, and a kind of like padded table will appear. He'll like, why don't you lay down on this? As he motions to Brutus.
I pull out some paper and just lay it across
Yeah, some wax paper.
Butcher paper.
Yeah.
Alright. I get up, I tear half the paper while laying down on
Yep,
top
yeah.
of
As you always
As
do.
you do.
Uh huh.
As anyone
it.
does.
It's super loud and
Stupid paper.
crinkly.
it. Yep. And I say
Wrinkles,
sorry
everything.
because I feel bad that I tore their paper that everyone tears.
Yep.
Doctor comes in. Hi, how you doing?
Sorry.
It's alright, I tore the paper. It's alright.
It's okay.
Alright,
I'm
I'm
going
on-
away in like 2 minutes anyway.
The imps and this little celestial begin floating around the room, just kind of like sitting and watching. He's like, I'm going to take a blood sample first. And he pulls out a little dagger and he pricks your finger and he lets the blood drip into a vial.
Jeez, he was a fucking dick.
Yes, he does.
Alright.
So he collects about like half a vial, and then he stops the thing, and he kind of like wraps your finger up with a little bandage. He takes it over, puts it in a little vial holder, and we're like, I'll deal with that in a minute. Let me try. Let me think. He's kind of like putzing around a little, trying to figure out what to do, thinking of different things. Because he's like, I've never encountered an entity that I don't know how to deal with.
Yeah, usually punching and crushing does the trick, but this is a little different.
Yes.
Or, just talking. That can help sometimes. I don't know what you guys think. I'm like a murder hobo or something.
Dealt with it before.
I guess guess Dearden
Dealt with
was
what?
technically kind of a murder hobo.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you are a fucking murder hobo.
Dearden was. Me.
I know where I'm gonna ask
You
about in the
are Dearden.
Besides, he was just following orders.
Bruno, you understand? I'm not mad at Dearden. I'm angry with you.
How dare you?
Yeah, well, I'm angry with you guys for not trying to save him.
Wow.
I was in shock.
I'll be like, there's not too much I think I can do. Magic wise, I can attempt to break the curse. But it's not free.
I mean, I got a little money.
How
What are we
much?
talking? Or are you talking like some other kind of thing?
Let me see here. Depending on how powerful you would like to try, you said you just did it at standard, minimal magic level. As he talks to Thorgrim about the dispel curse or remove
what?
curse. When you tried to remove the curse,
No, I didn't hear what you said.
he just asked you if you just did it at the standard base level.
That one is only really as powerful as it is.
Well, you can pump more magic into it, but
Not
you
remove
don't get
curse.
any additional effects other than it's easier to break higher level curses. But they don't have that in this version.
You can't do it with remove curse.
Oh, that's
Remove curse is only at 3rd level.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of dispel magic.
Yeah.
probably. Well, whoever wrote this stupid curse thing is wrong.
That's how I feel about Zephyr Strike.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, it's a first
I
level
thought
spell.
that
It's
spell
still a
was
good
so much
spell.
better.
It's still a good spell.
Malarkey.
Is it though?
First level, yes, it's a good spell.
Yeah, it's a good first level spell.
Okay,
But
so
anyway, we've had about 37 tangents just in this conversation
Yeah.
alone.
he'll reach down and be like, I'm gonna attempt to disrupt it and see what I can do. And he reaches down and he places his hands on your temples, Brutus.
I'll get
This is going to hurt him. I mean, like, permanently.
The plan's not to.
I'll
That's
get my weapon
reassuring.
ready.
If I die, you can have my hammer.
I literally go, oh.
What do I get?
My belt.
Oh, fancy. Thank you.
He'll unleash some magic into you, Brutus, and you'll feel it force its way in.
That's weird.
And it feels very similar to the like restoration, remove curse. Like he's probing with magic to try to figure out what's going on.
Why does it taste like wintergreen?
And then all of a sudden he flinches back and is like, "Oh, damn." That's going to need a very high level spell.
All right.
Probably 9th level spell.
Fuck.
So, more than you know?
More than you can afford, I'm sure.
Hey, that's
Like,
not what
what?
I asked.
Is there like an approximation, or are you just assuming we're poor?
Give me just a second to figure out the pricing. I have it somewhere.
Is it like wish level magic? Is what we're talking about here? Or?
Yes.
Yes.
Level magic.
Yeah.
Top tier. You don't go anywhere.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay, he's gonna be gone for 45.
You can drink out of the shower.
He went to go take a shower, that bastard.
The shower's too close to the toilet for me to even think about drinking out of it. I know that doesn't make any real sense, but that's how my brain works.
I mean, honestly, sometimes that's how I feel about the sink.
The bathroom sink?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not at all how it works.
Well, at least the shower
back.
has a curtain in front of it.
Yeah.
Your
But, I mean, the
brains
sink makes
and your
sense
water
because that's what
lines are completely separated systems. They never ever touch.
No, yeah, I'm aware of that logically.
Or, like,
It's
flashing.
What?
Flashing.
Unless you're splashing into the insides of your pipes now.
no, it's just a weird psychological thing. It
No, I get it. I just
Wait, what's happening?
just how like we made a joke. You said you're gonna go get a drink, and then
I said you're
Basically-
gonna be gone for 45 minutes, and they're
and then
talking
I
about
said
drinking out of the
get a
shower.
And then we started talking about how I can't. I wouldn't drink shower water because it's too close to the toilet, even though I know the systems are completely separate.
And then I said, I feel the same, but about the sink.
And now you're caught up.
Yep.
Okay. Well, shower water I don't necessarily disagree with. It can be harder water than, like, sink water. But sink water is completely fine. Like,
Not bathroom sink.
huh?
Bathroom sink where people wash their dirty hands.
Bathroom sink and kitchen sink
Or
are the same sink
In
water.
some places, they wash their toilet brushes in there.
It doesn't matter. They're separate systems. They never ever touch.
So
Yeah,
Dan,
it's
Water comes in, drains go out. They never
It's-
ever intersect.
The toilet brushes.
Right, it's literally what I do for a living.
fair point.
I understand that, yes. Okay.
costs me.
He'll be like, it is not something that I am able to cast, but given the strength of the spell you would need and the risks that the caster has, I'm going to estimate 250,000
Copper?
gold pieces.
Fuck.
And that's low ball.
Okay, so I'm fucked.
There's other ways to tempt the thing out. You just have to figure out what it's trying to accomplish, or find the way to force it out of your body. but considering it's been there for as long as you can remember, that might be harder than you think.
Well, I was thinking impossible, so that's good.
It's not impossible. Because this is, my probing has identified it as a foreign entity. That is very much a thing. So it did not start there.
Okay.
It is not part of you. It is residing inside.
So I just have like a permanent parasite.
The parasite is a pretty decent word for it. So you just have to figure out how to make it let go. And then once it has released you, it will most likely manifest. And then you will have to deal with it in person. Which sometimes is worse.
Okay. And it's powerful enough to require a 9th level spell, so we're gonna need some really, really powerful people to be able to deal with this. Got it.
So, I would say try to keep your anxiety down. Don't overexert yourself. Try not to do anything that stresses you out.
Okay.
I know it's difficult, but that's probably your best bet until you can figure it out. Maybe try to get in the good graces of a very powerful being.
Well, you know what this means, right, guys?
The Archfey tend to be pretty good ones. They can sometimes be very tricky with their wording, but they're always good for dealing with crazy, weird chaos like this. That's what they thrive on.
Well, we're kind of... Okay, alright. I could see that maybe working, because the thing we're doing.
Are you guys indebted to a Fae?
No, possibly the opposite soon, so...
Oh, that is promising. I would expedite that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We should probably cut back on the fighting dragons then, though.
Well, I mean, how many are left? We already killed like 4.
You're right, yeah.
So,
Seriously misunderstood creatures, dragons. That's why I always go to. Anytime you guys start talking about killing dragons all the time, that's the first thing that comes to my mind every time is that. Sorry, Joe just sent me a fucking picture.
I think that's gonna be my next character. Is just gonna be like a Hagrid type, like a ranger, but he's just like Hagrid.
Dankweed. It's Dankweed. Talks like Hagrid. Is a druid.
There you go.
I'm gonna do my Elvis character.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Elvish Presley.
Elvis Presley.
This makes me
And I'll
happy.
just be Sean Connery Isekai.
I need a weird meme thing.
I already
Okay.
made the token for my Elvis character. He's a
You guys
goblin.
are gonna have to help me out. Oh my god.
Goblin Elvis.
He's a goblin who's an Elvis Presley impersonator. Elvish Presley impersonator.
Where did you find that picture?
I need to see this.
The internet has many wonderful things.
Oh my
Creator
god.
needs to be.
The fact
part
that
of the
that existed, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking perfect. Oh.
Cause my ass be dragging. Oh my god.
Dan's like, I'm gonna burn this whole fucking world.
Hey, by the way, Dan, would Zaken recognize the creature that was summoned as like anything? Would
Yeah,
he
do
know
we
what
know
that
what
creature
that
is?
is?
Yeah, he would. It would be a Hollyphant.
Holly.
Just like a holy Oliphant.
Yep, a little celestial
How big is it?
elephant. It's let me confirm its size. It is small, so
Oh, okay.
about the size of a goblin.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll be like, let me do a few more tests on the blood, and then we can wrap this up and get you guys on your way.
Thank you so much for all the assistance.
Yeah, do I like owe you anything for like a visit?
Well, there is the consultation fee. Did they not tell you about that?
No, I don't think so. I'm a little
No.
out of it.
No.
Fucking inside check.
He's being honest.
No, they didn't mention it.
He'll be like, well, it's only 20 gold, so that shouldn't be too bad, right?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
And I hand over 20.
That's fair.
He takes the blood and he begins doing some tests, and he's like, well, the blood is coming back saying celestial. No demonic, no devil, no infernal.
But that's his
So the
blood.
thing
And the
inside me is a
human?
god?
Does he have any human?
No, I mean,
The blood doesn't. These tests don't identify mortal. They identify extraplanar influences in the blood. I was trying to see if his blood had remnants of whatever this thing was, so we could get more information on what it is. Because it's easier to fight something that you know about than fighting the unknown.
So this like praying mantis snake thing is a god?
I did not say that. I said there is celestial remnants in your blood. That is all I said. It could be you, it could be it, but this guy says, as he points to the Hollyphant, says he's never seen any celestial being that looks like this. So I trust his judgment. He's lived in the celestial plane for his whole life. If he's never seen it, I don't think it exists as a celestial unless it's a very, very, very rare species. But
I would like.
I mean, there's no way I'm an Azima. 'Cause these guys were saying that before, but there's no way.
I'm gonna turn to the elephant and I'm going to be like, does he look celestial?
Yeah.
No, in celestial. I'll say to the elephant and I'll point to you.
Oh,
Does he look celestial?
I don't think I do.
Oh, you understand celestial?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mutter
Like,
that
how
under my
dare
breath when you
you.
ask it.
he kind of flies down and is kind of examining you.
That tickles stop.
And the wizard goes, kind of like replies. He goes like, yeah, that is true. They did, but in Celestial, so anyone who speaks Celestial, he's like, they did mention when the thing attempted to take hold, he lost control and burst with a radiant type energy. You guys are only hearing one half of the conversation, only from the wizard, those of you who speak Celestial.
Okay, so this thing is communicating non-verbally.
Yes.
I'm not understanding any of this.
I'm only getting half of it though.
And he goes, well, from the sounds of it, the thing inside you is probably not celestial, but it seems like you have some celestial blood in you. Is what he's saying. Maybe you are an Azamar. Maybe that's why you had such a volatile change to this possession.
Your
think my
brother
parents would've
has a
said so.
ring.
Unless they were hiding.
Unless this thing is suppressing your Azamar. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But you very well could be an Azamar. That would explain the shape-shifting. Because not many other races, upon invasive, foreign invasive entity, would mutate as violently and significantly as you did. Most of them would probably just grow scales or something, not physically turn into another race.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too.
And the fact that your brother grew wings, you said?
Yeah.
That's a very Azamar thing. And you said you were triplets.
Yeah.
So maybe I would say you should ask your parents, but that's not an option.
We could talk to the dead.
We
I
can-
need the remains to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
and they're like on the opposite side of the world.
road trip?
Well, I guess actually no. We're no longer at that part of the world. So they're halfway around the world. I did not bring them with me. I only do that for my stone friends.
So, but the wizard was like, yeah, the only thing that's showing up in your system is celestial, in your blood. So, I
tend to agree with him. I think that might be just you.
Yeah, but I don't
It's-
want to believe it because then that changes a lot of what I think about what I grew. You know.
I mean,
You know,
I
life.
think your parents might have been trying to protect you from something. The
I get
pieces are all there. We just need to put the puzzle together. Sorry, Pasha.
it. No, it's fine.
What were you gonna say?
I understand. You know, in a way, I know we're not quite the same. I feel in my heart that I am Wolf. Everybody else says that I am, you know, Goliath or whatever. But you know, you for your whole life, you think you're human, and to find out you're not, it would be very life-changing, unexpected news. So.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, the first time I walked out of the woods and somebody told me I wasn't a wolf, I was pretty upset.
You know, as someone who recently got news that I was wrong about something for a long time, it's not always a bad thing. Just maybe, I mean, not questioning who you are. Who you are is who you are. Your species makes no difference.
Right?
You are you regardless.
Bill, our friend.
Thanks.
I mean, Tenzin's still Tenzin, even though he hasn't changed much.
No, doesn't talk to us anymore.
We hope.
Jerk.
I mean, he has always been a bit stiff, right?
Yeah, he's a little cold at times. Stone cold.
But all in all, he's a rock solid guy.
Are we doing this in front of the wizard? He's
Yep.
just like,
We totally are.
What?
And the holly font.
And 2
Just
imps.
drop Tenzin off the nearest
Yes.
cliff.
Okay. So I'm probably an Azimar. That's cool. Yeah. So I guess it's time to go find a unicorn horn. And stop a
Right.
war.
Yeah, I'm done. What was this guy's name?
Altar?
Altar.
Altar.
Alatar?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Mr. Alatar, how much would it be to get the teleportation? Do you guys have that?
Where are you trying to go?
Well, we're trying to get to Anglopole. And Saken here, I believe you're going to Arisma.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, let me see. I'm not much into the teleporting people around these days. There is a department. There is a transportation wing in the city that you can visit. But last I had heard, with everything going on, that they're currently suspended to prevent unnecessary travel right at the moment for some unknown reason. They haven't informed me of why. It just happened like a couple days ago.
Are we going
Around the
to
same
the-
time that this happened? Just sure and everything.
The curse?
Hey.
No, the curse happened like a couple of weeks ago, right? It's been about like almost 2
Yeah,
weeks.
but I mean,
No.
this happened since then.
Yeah, this was something recent, like a day or two ago. The word came down from the council that all magical travel was to be suspended.
Are we okay to travel by car?
Cart travel's fine.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, I imagine.
Not very much.
What could that mean?
It could mean that either there is a
Killer on the loose.
they have found a infiltrator of some group within the empire that has infiltrated, and they are attempting to apprehend them. It could mean there is a fugitive on the run. It could mean those are the two most likely scenarios for the complete shutdown of the teleportation grid. But metagaming, what?
I don't actually.
Does this line up with, not to be a little self-centered here, but does this line up with when I did my thing? When I exploded?
Ironically, yes.
Okay.
But that was only localized, right?
As far as I know.
I don't think that would be related.
Okay, probably not, but I don't say that out loud. That was just a thought that Brutus had.
That was not the Thorgrim had.
Whoa.
Twins.
What DJ had? What's happening?
Alright.
I think we're walking the Risma. The riding.
He'll be
I was
like,
gonna
unless
say
you
you're
want,
welcome to
unless
walk,
you
but I'm
want to
gonna
wait
sit
in
in
town
front.
until it blows over, but I don't have any idea when that will be.
Yeah, I don't think we have the.
I don't think you
we
have.
made this a special trip.
We have like 3 pressing issues right now, so
Yeah, I would say you probably yes.
Yeah, what's one more?
I would say yeah. You don't want to lollygag with.
Might-
If you can get a archfey in your debt, then you're looking pretty. That's probably your best bet. Because any wizard here in Sulfira is going to charge you probably 500,000 gold to cast a spell to expel that thing from you.
Oh my.
and I you know, as much as I love being a wizard, I'm never gonna hit 9th level spells because I multi-classed. You know?
It takes years of study to get there, yes. And the
I could
spell...
only cast eight, and I've been studying for decades.
And the spell they need is of the highest tier and is very likely to backfire and possibly kill the caster and or never be able to cast it again. It's a very, very valuable spell.
So it is a wish. DJ says out of character.
I'm sure
DJ's a
Brutus has
character.
heard of Wish. At
Yeah.
least.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody would know what wish was.
Yeah, they probably would. It's like a fairy
I
tale.
cast
It's
it.
like the
Yeah.
genie and the lamp kind of thing. Everybody wants one.
Yeah.
I cast
More of a
it
myth
every
than-
time I see a shooting star.
Does it ever work?
Sometimes, oftentimes it does. I really only wish for booze.
Oh.
He literally,
Safe
the
with
wizard,
you.
like looks at you and be like, "Did you just say you have a ring of shooting stars and you wished for booze?"
No? Do I? Do I have a ring of shooting stars?
Do you?
Do you have booze?
Well, yes.
Am I supposed to have a ring of shooting stars?
No.
No? Why'd you say it like that?
Because.
No, I think she was just saying when she.
She said every
saw a
time she
shooting
sees
star.
one.
No,
She
no.
sleeps outside a lot.
No, every time I see a shooting star, I cast wish and I wish for booze. My wish almost always comes true.
Well,
He just like, I can't believe you would waste a wish spell on booze.
I
Hey,
don't.
booze? Cures
You
a lot
could
of
have-
my
you could-
problems.
With that wish spell, you could have cured your friend here.
I give him a look like it's obviously not the actual wish spell.
You probably get that her accent is throwing him off.
Well, Alatar.
You
and
know she's
friends.
not a wizard, right? Otherwise we would. Never mind.
Yeah, she likes to range.
I range so hard.
I appreciate all your help. Unless there's anything else you have for us, I think I'm ready to head out.
Okay. Did you give him the?
Yes, I took the 20 gold out of my.
Okay. Okay.
Are we supposed to pay him too? And I'll point to the elephant.
Pay the elephant.
I think they have their own arrangement. Caution.
Okay.
Okay. He'll be like, okay. And he'll pick up... He'll walk over and he'll pick up a rock and be like, I have those visitors ready to leave.
Sorry again about the paper.
He's like, waves his hand like, don't even.
I was like, wait, what thing?
And then
The butcher bee.
you hear a little pop and and then a knock at the door. And the door opens.
I will secure my britches.
And you see a halfling this time. And be like, is it who's ready to go?
I hear him before I see him.
Us here.
You over there? Okay. He'll be like, come.
Is Goblino okay?
She's fine. She's just off doing another job.
Oh, okay.
Alright, everyone hold hands. That includes you, Bastion.
And he'll hold out his hands and be like, hey, hold tight. And all of a sudden there'll be the whooshing and you guys will feel like as you spin and pop out and then re-pop in back at the front desk and be like, have a good day, folks. And then he'll take off.
Oh,
So,
happens.
whose turn is it next to find out that they've got some, like, really big deal that's going on that might kill them or, like, turn them into a demon or something?
Well, we've already had that with Tenzin, and then it's you.
Yeah, that was kind of a
Yeah,
joke.
well, we got my whole thing with my sister,
Yeah,
so I'm
and
kind
you.
of busy.
So
So Pasha, I believe you're next.
Alright.
Oh,
You or
shit.
Bastion, either one of you, I guess.
You're right.
Bastion could have a long-lost brother who's like king of the evil wolves.
Oh
And,
my god, that would be great!
you guys have to fight like a turf war
that.
for like control.
You know, like he's
Oh,
really
thanks, I
good
need
at
that.
like painting nails. Maybe there's like a salon thing. you
Yeah,
know?
like competing businesses.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Like his brother's the evil salon.
Bastion has a... He can
Cool.
paint.
He can. I tried to paint his nails once, went horribly.
He
The eye
actually
job
did
is
really well.
everywhere. He did great on me. I did horrible on him.
Right, so,
Blue
Zakin, I'm glad... Are you happy you signed up for this? Is this,
It's certainly been more of an adventure than I anticipated. It's
All
been
right.
a lot.
Yeah, so your life could go to hell at any moment. How about that? You haven't
Yeah.
had a chance to do anything, right?
That is also true.
you did just lose a lot.
Maybe, let's say there's like some evil sorcerers hunting you down. He wants to kidnap you.
There is a group of mean Stegosauruses that are out for blood. Your
Oh, because we
blood.
killed their friends.
He was
Exactly.
already being chased by Triceratops.
Yeah, he killed their Triceratops friends.
Triceratops.
Yeah.
Just all the dinosaurs, like a carnosaur.
How do
Ooh.
I Triceratops?
Tri- Tricepses?
Triceratri.
Triceratops. Say twice.
I'm going with
Triceratops.
Tricepses.
Yeah,
That
but
is
what if
what
there's
I-
Tricerati.
Are we're just having this conversation at the front desk, like
Yeah.
holding
Yeah.
up a line.
Are we done here?
You'll be off to the side. You guys are appeared off to the side, but the secretary's just standing there, kind of like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like
Ma'am?
so confused.
Do you know the
Oh, we're
plural
writing a
for
play, don't worry about
Trisucha?
What's the plural of Triceratops?
Triceratops?
Wait, do we have to pay a consulting fee for this one?
So am I.
She'll be like, "Yes, you will."
Alright, never mind.
Never mind.
It is
Thank you.
Triceratopses.
Have a good
I think I
Whatever
could get
time it
the
is.
answer for free at the
Yeah,
bar.
we're just gonna... Let's go. We just start walking out.
Okay.
It's topses. That's the most infuriating thing I've read in a while.
Triceratopses?
Yeah, Triceratopses.
I'm gonna go with Triceratops. I think that's better than the
Just
first one
completely
I came
changed
up
the
with.
world.
Yep, Triceratops.
World? Word.
Come here, you little Triceratops.
You did change the world. You added a letter.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Are you guys crashing for the night again? After wandering around? You spent a good portion of
all day.
It took a good portion of the day because he was running experiments and you guys chatted for probably like an hour or two while he basically grilled you guys all for information. His magical thing probably took about an hour set up and like it took time. Like this was like
It was
six.
like a doctor's appointment.
This was like a 6 to 8 hour day.
Well, should we stay the night again and then head out in the morning?
I think that would probably be for the best.
Is there anything anybody wants to do in town
Train,
tonight?
yeah,
Like
train, yeah,
experience
train,
the
yeah.
nightlife?
Yes.
I did need something, but I can't afford it.
How much
think-
is it? You've
What
done a
is
lot for me, so I can help what you need.
That's 1,000 gold.
How much do you have?
Oh, I have about... How much is a platinum? 10?
10
I have
gold.
about 340. It's for a spell component that... Well, I mean, it'll be useful to the party as a whole.
Brutus just nods, silently grabs a sack and puts 700 gold coins in it and hands it to you.
Oh,
Yeah, Tenzin could also, like, help
He
contribute.
wakes up
Tenzin?
and just...
Tenzin could
His
help?
money is stone right now.
Tenzin just...
Take it.
Tenzin wakes up and hands me gold.
Tenzin left you guys his electrum,
Just
and then, like, just kept everything else. He just handed you guys, like, a pile of nickels, and, like, just kept everything else.
oh my god.
nickels of like foreign currency.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll hand you
Well-
a sack of 700 gold.
This means more than you could possibly understand. Well, I mean, you can't understand. You're missing your brothers.
Yeah. We're in this together, it seems. So.
Yeah.
I guess
Whatever
drinks are on
this
me then.
is.
I'm not drinking, so don't worry about that. I gotta stay clear, you know.
Alright.
Okay.
I would like,
Water's on me.
Yeah,
Dan, I would like
won't
to
drink.
buy a focus for scrying. So
Okay.
basically,
Ooh,
Either-
your sister.
like a silver
That ain't creepy.
ball, or not a silver.
A crystal ball, a silver.
Crystal ball, or like a silver mirror, or
You could.
A very highly polished silver ball would be very Thorgrim's aesthetic.
Yeah.
yeah, or a font filled. Yeah, I don't want to use a font. I'll go for a crystal ball if I can find one.
Okay. There's definitely crystal balls for sale. This is not the best city for that, but they do sell them.
What do I know? What the best city for that would be? And are we heading in that direction?
Well, Vina is the city of divination.
Okay, so we're not.
You're going in that direction, but you're not going to that city.
Yeah, I mean that's like out of the way. We're not. I'm not gonna be tourists for that. Yeah, I'll just buy a crystal ball.
Okay.
Worth 1,000 gold.
Yep. Cool.
Alright.
You now have your crystal ball.
Neat. I also now have 1 gold, 1 silver, and 4 copper.
Oh my god.
Now, this is definitely used. Wait, what? It's not a magic item, is it?
No. It's not a magic one. It's just a.
I don't think there's just an
I don't
item
think
called
there's.
that one.
I don't think there is. I think
Okay.
you'll have to create a custom.
I'm just
thing.
gonna add this one and change the name of it. Because it already says Arcane Focus, I'll just change it. Alright.
Okay.
I would like to, before going to bed, cry on my sister.
Okay. Okay. Can you share the scrying spell with me just so I can?
Yes. Cast it. Nope. I don't know.
Bewitched. Mom
That's
used to
Charmed.
watch that show. Oh, Charmed. That's right.
Bewitched is a little older.
Yeah. It's Charmed. My mom
My
used
mom.
to watch Charmed. I confuse those two because I don't care about either of them. But my mom loves both of them. So I get them backwards almost every time I say it.
Bewitched was alright. I love Charmed.
Yeah, my mom loved it when I was little. I just never got into it.
Yeah. It was more written for women, to be fair. But
And he would probably have taken a possession of hers,
Okay.
like when he left. He obviously wouldn't have like a body part or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
you don't carry some of your sister's body parts around with you?
Hmm?
You don't carry your living sister's body parts around with you?
No.
Disappointed.
Weird.
Okay. So, you cast a spell and you open up in a chamber, and you see probably about a dozen dwarves and a couple other random people from different races, all chained up and slumped together in a cell. Your sister is among them. It's dark.
Okay. Can I hear anything? Like not just in the cell, but like around?
You don't hear a whole lot. Roll a D100.
That's probably not good.
19. How about roll a D100 and call high or low? Sorry. I did
Let's go
specify. I didn't
low.
specify before you rolled.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Okay. Yeah, there's not much. They all seem to be exhausted and tired and sleeping, most of them.
Do they look like what kind of state? I mean, obviously exhausted, but like, are they like dirty from like mining or like a thing, or like what do they look like they're
Um,
doing? Or are they just in a cell?
they look like they have they're muddy and like grass stains and they are dirty, but it's not like a mining kind of dirty. It's like a
Like actual dirt?
like they were on the surface type dirty.
Okay. Is it? Are they outside, or is there
You from what you can
outside
see
light?
from what you can see, it appears to be a cave, and it's dark.
Okay.
There's no additional light.
I'm just gonna. He's just gonna watch her for the duration of the spell.
Okay.
Like he's just kind of like. He's probably got tears just running down his face. Like you guys are just seeing Thorgrim just sitting there looking at this ball, just crying, basically.
Okay. So I wasn't sure if you were by us or not, or in the room.
I think he told you what he was getting. He would probably do this in your guys' presence. Like
I don't know. I don't think Zaken would be here for this.
I was kind of feeling the same. Like I feel like it would be awkward for Brutus to be around it,
okay, then I guess just Pasha's there.
unless he wanted me there, in which case he would.
Oh,
I just mean for
possibly.
Zaken, I think this is a little private. I mean, he's known you guys for so little amount of time. He doesn't want to intrude
Yeah.
on something that's kind of personal like this.
That's same.
Yeah, that's
Pasha's been around for a while. She can kind of understand that he's probably watching his sister, so she'll just kind of like wait, nearby. She'll be in the room, but she'll kind of just,
How does she look, Dan? Does she look like in good shape or like sick?
She looks thinner than she used to. But she's got like she looks fatigued, tired. She's a captive,
Does she have all of her body parts?
as far as he can tell. Yes.
Yeah, what? She was injured. I think it was her leg. How does her legs look? Like, is it healed or are they just kind of.
bandaged or.
Well, this was a long time ago.
Well,
Almost
I
a-
mean,
like a
almost
year.
a
if
year.
they never healed, then they might be.
That's what I mean.
backed
Like,
up.
does it look like it healed or is she still in pretty bad shape?
You can't really tell because she's kind of like curled up.
Okay. So she's not like favoring it in any way or anything like that.
No,
At least that I can tell.
that you can tell.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, not much happens while you're scrying this time.
I'll just wait till the spell finishes. Let you have your moment.
But just like kind of refocus on the real world and like just look up at you, like tears streaming down my face. Just got a big stupid grin.
I'll just walk over with the bottle, and I'll just hold it out to you, and I'll be like, "So it's not all dead then."
Oh, she's alive. Like I saw her.
That's good.
This thing is amazing.
Does it look like she's lost her fight?
Oh, I don't think she could lose her fate.
Then there is still
She
hope.
wouldn't be alive if she lost her fate.
Well then, let's go fucking get this bitch.
Damn right, and I'll take the bottle and slam shot. But first we drink.
Agreed.
By the way, if you want me to try to look in on anybody, I can do that now. I mean, it might be a little harder with somebody I don't know.
Well, that is true. I mean, I don't know what they look like, but No, it's fine.
No. What? You have family? You have Goliath family?
You know, if they are alive. I wouldn't mind looking in on my pack, of course, as well, but I wouldn't mind seeing what my birth people look like.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a stretch. I don't know how well it would work with someone I'm unfamiliar with. We could definitely try it.
Okay.
Can you explain in detail as much as you remember about the magic? The more detail, the better.
Okay. Well, I imagine they'd look a lot like me. You know, same color skin and probably same color eyes or hair. DM, what else do I remember?
You could remember the general description.
And if you have anything of theirs, that would definitely help.
Would I? Would I have anything? Maybe after they left? Is there like maybe a couple of belongings that I would have found? And for some reason kept?
Would you have kept something?
I was young at the time. If there was anything shiny, maybe. Like a necklace or a pendant or something.
I don't. You've never told me that you kept anything.
That's true. So I could just say no. That
So
works too.
I'm going to say no because you didn't make it a point to tell me when you were creating this character.
That's
Alright.
true. No. I don't think I have anything of theirs. There's me.
It's fine. That's true. But
You know, my father was, I'll kind of like look down at myself and then at my hands, and I'd be like, suppose like maybe a foot taller than I am. My mother was probably around my height. She had long white hair. She often wore it in a braid and down to about her back, and smelled like honey thistles. And I'll kind of like, will be like a soft smile when she thinks about it. And she'll be like in the... My dad, now that I think about it, sometimes he'd come back from long walks and he'd smell like tankweed. But he had a full white beard and he'd braid it, and sometimes my mother would braid it in these really ornate braids, and then it would take him like a whole day to take them all out. And I remember they were nice. That's about it. Sorry, I was a little young.
Yeah, like I said, there's a chance it might not work, but let's give it a shot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna guess it again.
Okay.
Ooh.
Jump over to whispers real quick.
Oh.
Hello.
I haven't had a whisper in a while.
I know. Okay.
I'm gonna start spying on people.
What are you thinking about when you start scrying?
I'm just trying to picture like these two people that she described, and like a really young like Pasha, and then trying to imagine like that visual image in my mind just aged up.
Okay.
See if I can locate these people.
Okay. So you cast a spell, and you're thinking about the description that Pasha gave you of her parents. The ball is very cloudy for a very, very long time. You feel yourself being pulled along as if searching and searching. And then you, for 1 second, your vision clears. You're in a small, what feels from the inside to be a hut with a cauldron, mortar and pestle. There's things like this looks like the super stereotypical witch's hut. And you see shelves of bottles filled with all kinds of stuff. And then all of a sudden your vision fades again and you're whisked away somewhere else. And then your vision settles on a small little clearing in the woods where you see about 4 wolves walking through the forest. And they all look very similar to Bastion. And
Okay.
that's where the scry hangs.
Thinking about her Goliath parents only, not even thinking about the wolves, and it still went to the wolves. Because you said what was I thinking as I started, right?
Yep. Yeah, no.
But like before I even. Okay.
That's where the scry took you.
But okay, so the witch's hut, was there somebody in there?
You
Did
did
I
not see anyone.
see any people? Huh?
You did not see anyone when you went in there.
So I just saw the inside of a witch's hut.
There was so much information to take in while you were there
Hmm.
that you were not able to process it all in the time that you were there. But you got the sense
Right.
of it being a type of witch's hut. And you felt like while you were there something was pushing you away.
Okay.
Like some kind of barrier or magic or something was trying to get rid of you.
Fucking with them. Okay.
Okay.
And then,
The scry just hangs out on the wolves after that.
how many wolves are there?
There was 4 wolves that you saw.
Okay, and I don't know how much I know about wolves, but is there noticeable like alpha male, alpha female, and then like younger? Like,
There's two that appeared to be older and 2 that appeared to be younger. Probably around Baston's age.
okay. Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Did Pasha ever say how many siblings she had when she was pre-wolf?
I don't think she did.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Okay, let's jump back. Okay, we're back.
Oh my god. I had to have them talk to me a lot because I could start to hear you from the other room.
Oh, sorry.
It happens a lot when you go into whispers. Like, you just get slightly louder because you're like, okay, hey. And, like, every time you do that when we start a session or whatever, you start it just a tad louder. And so it draws me into that side of the house.
Oh,
So
It's
I'm like,
fine.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I just went blah 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 blah.
It was great.
okay.
And then we talked about how Zephyr Strike doesn't suck.
Yeah.
So you guys lost the argument
No, we won.
with yourself.
She agreed with us.
I did not agree.
Kidding.
She hard agreed.
I think we can agree to
Those
disagree
two are
that you agree
idiots.
with us.
You're right, guys.
I think we can agree to disagree.
Alright. Anyways, you
She was
two.
like, those 2 idiots are wrong. I'm with you guys. Is what she said that like 4 times in a row, really loudly, honestly.
No, I did not. I did not.
So what's
So-
happening in the world of Thorgrim?
Yeah.
As Thorgrim kind of refocuses, well, Tasha,
Yes? I'll
do
kind of
you
like.
remember the rest of your family from before?
I remember some of them.
Like,
Yes?
yeah, you had your parents. Did you have brothers, sisters?
Did I? Damn.
I'll send you a message.
Okay. I really didn't
Message
write
just says
anything
yes.
down.
It's, I'll send you a message. It just says yes.
Yes. I had. You'll see her kind of like count on her fingers.
How many were there, Dave? 4?
Four siblings?
There was 4 in your
Yeah.
vision.
Nice cry. Well,
Yes. Yes, correct.
4 total?
Yep.
You had
Drunken hallucination.
What? Me?
Is that scrying? It's just a drunken.
That's how dwarves scry. They just get so
They just get so drunk and start
Just
staring at
blackout
a
vision.
crystal ball. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I'm literally not even casting it. I'm just staring at it and hallucinating. No. When you were younger, do you remember anything about what happened to your family?
I remember there was this wolf, and it got hurt, and then we took care of it, and then for like a day or two, and then when we went to sleep, there was this this woman, figure. No, not a woman. I don't even know what it looked like, but
Heck?
I think it was like bipedal for sure, like 2 legs. Yeah. And
Like a hag.
well, that's a little of a rude statement. I don't know what it
No,
looked
not.
like. I just remember it saying, "And so it shall be," and then it put this like green stuff in my mouth, and then I woke up and there was no more family, but there were wolves, and they like took care of me and shit.
Oh. Sure.
I'm pretty sure that green, like, liquid thing was a dream, though, because it was a little crazy, right?
No. The wolves are your family?
I mean, of course they're my family. They took care of me.
No, I mean they're literally your family. I only looked for your Goliath parents and I call you wolf family.
I mean, maybe you just focused on the family part, you know? Maybe you weren't, like, maybe you weren't thinking the Goliath things. Maybe it was just the word family.
Well, I also saw like a witch's butt. Like whoever did this, that is your family.
So you're saying Bastin is not a wolf?
Well, he is a wolf, but he's also your brother. But I assume. Yeah, this is
So she'll like start to
mean-
like, she'll like look kind of like frustrated, but she'll be like laughing, like kind of like nervously, and she'll be like, so I haven't been raised by wolves. I've been raised by Goliaths turned into wolves.
Well, I mean, maybe they don't remember. Maybe they're literally wolves right now. But I don't know how it works. I'm just telling you what I saw, and it's the way magic works.
Is there any way you could have gotten confused? Maybe?
I mean, I've only cast it once, and it was on my sister, so I know more about her than anyone. So I am looking for people I've never even met. So maybe. But why would I know things about your past before asking you?
I don't know. She kind of just like looked down at her like hands,
It's
like.
a lot of coincidence.
I mean, maybe you're just like a good spellcaster person.
I mean, I am, but
He's not that good. You hear somehow.
critical.
Like,
This
what
is
the
just a
fuck?
disembodied fart now.
Did
We already
that
waved him
fart
away.
just
Get outta
say
here.
something?
I communicate
He's
through Thorgrim's
doing the
asshole.
freaking,
Now,
like-
that's
He's doing his the telepathic communication as a statue
Yeah.
still,
His black
and I'm
hole.
just playing it off like I'm gassy, just like.
That's funny. Yeah, he's been trying to telepathically communicate with you this entire time, and he's
Yeah.
just like, oh man, I'm not feeling good.
Oh man, that cheese was not.
It's not good. Pasha
Let me out, 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 let me out. Oh my god, this sucks so bad. Let me out, let me out, let me out.
This isn't helping. It's not helping. I'm still dying in here.
I'd rather be dying.
This is
than
like the
live.
worst coma ever.
Thorgrim, what's your passive perception?
19.
19.
So shitty. Got it.
Compared to 6.
Or Pasha.
Yeah, Pasha's like 20 something.
Yeah, 26.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Just wisdom?
Yep.
Or save? Or
Just roll me a wisdom check.
oh, the dragon!
You got a nat 20?
It
He has
was
advantage,
unless I have advantage,
Um,
but he still shows up to even.
so, Thorgrim, now that you're talking to Pasha and you're telling her about this stuff, a little sliver comes back into your mind from the hut. And just before the vision went out, you remember catching the glimpse of a bottle. And inside that bottle, you saw what looked like a shadow.
In a bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what that means or what that is?
Miette knows what it means.
It jumps out at you because you've been traveling with Pasha for months now.
Oh shit!
And you remember that one day her shadow disappeared.
After she drank something.
After she drank that potion, that's
Like
the
an
lady we're
actual-
tracking. That's who we're trying to find. That the lady who had the unicorn horn is the one that, like, made the deal with Pasha. She had to like drink that potion in exchange for something.
Can I... Thinking back to when we met her, did she look like she recognized Pasha? I guess that's...
Make a history check.
Oh my god!
That's been like
And did we also just
been like
conclude that
3
she was
months
back?
now. It's
Do I
been
have
like 3 months now.
disadvantage on this?
Yeah, no, it's been like 3 months. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a minor detail that you didn't even think to consider back then. Yeah, you can't recall. You just know she was eager to sell her stuff for deals.
Holy shit.
What?
I will relay that to Pasha.
Do you think she's the one who did this? To my family?
It seems like just what she does.
But how would I take potion and not become a wolf? I just stay the
Maybe
same.
that was part of the deal? I don't know. Why turn people into wolves? Like,
Wolves are cool. I don't know.
they are cool, but Pasha, I don't just have an urge to go around to a random stranger and be like, poof, you're a wolf.
It's just
Alright.
very confusing.
If I had the power, I totally would want to do that.
This is my life a
I guess
lie?
it really was your turn. Holy shit.
I guess
God
it
damn.
was. Is
You're having a
Thorgrim?
hell of a week.
Is
You
my-
guys just got all the keys to unlock all the like dirty little secrets.
All at once!
I've been waiting for you guys to like dig deeper, and all of a sudden
I was
everything
like, oh, by the way, let me just scry your parents.
and like everything just literally like flopped in your guys' lap all at once.
Jesus.
Ooh, Zicken, you got anybody we need to spy on?
Thorgrim?
Yes?
Let's scry on Tenzin's backstory while he can't stop.
I'm out of 5th levels today.
God.
Is my life a lie?
What?
Is
No.
my
What did I tell Brutus earlier? You are who you are.
No.
doesn't
I thought
change
I
anything.
was a wolf. Turns out I'm a Goliath whose people are wolves, but they're not wolves. So what am I?
You're both.
I'm just
You've
a
always
Goliath
been
that eats
both.
people.
Don't eat people.
Oh, hold on, hold on a second. Let's.
Yep. I'm right there with you.
Are you guys there?
No, not literally.
No, that was DJ. Like, hold on now. We gotta let her
Yeah.
talk herself out of this.
That also
No.
means that her family that got turned into wolves are humans that are wolves that are eating people.
Well, they're Goliaths.
Well, sorry, yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you need to survive, okay?
Yeah, there wasn't any
Also-
other food available.
We don't know, like, what their mind is. Like, they might be wolves in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
think-
like I said, they might not know it, but you are who you are, Pasha. You've always been both. Do you feel any different knowing what you know?
I feel confused.
Yeah, welcome to the club. I've been confused for 130 years.
I don't like this club.
Yeah, it's not a very fun one, but it's life.
Oh, I dislike it right now. I think we should drink more.
I agree. Oh, there's orders.
Okay. She'll kind of just like gesture for the bottle. Kind of just like,
I'll give you the bottle back and just kind of give you a little side hug. Like, it's gonna
I'll
be
take
alright.
it.
You guys
And
like
then
turn the
I'll-
corner and just see Zaken having like the best night of his life. He's just laughing and like, yeah, it's just like having such a great time with everybody. at the bar.
Raped in women.
Yeah.
Who is this? Why are
I
we
have no
keeping
idea.
Tenzin around when we could just bring him with us?
Wow. That's
Complimented and
was
insulted at the
No,
same
I
time.
guess we do. It's alright.
Hard to
We'll keep
hear.
Tenzin.
So, I guess the next thing we have to do is, well, I have to do is talk to Baston and figure out how much he remembers, or? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you two can, like, communicate, right?
In a way, yeah.
I mean, can you do that with your whole family, or is it just him?
That's a great question. DM?
Hmm.
Can she
Can I-
communicate with her whole family?
And
Whole wolf
like I
Goliath
do
family?
with Tenzin? I mean, not Tenzin.
Talk to the best.
If you
Baston? Thank
cast,
you.
I certainly
cast,
hope you're not talking to Tenzin in his mind like
if
a
you
wolf.
cast speak with animal, yeah.
Okay. It's similar. I have to really put some magic into it, but I can talk to them. Would think they would shout out, in my mind that they're
Hey,
Goliath.
I'm not a wolf. Help me.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't it come up before?
They might not remember.
Holy shit. I kind of just like take the bottle, swivel the Baston, and I'll like hold it out to him like a microphone, and I'll be like, "Do you remember if you were Goliath?"
In the middle of bars.
Do you cast a spell?
Sure. Yes. I cast Speak with Animals.
Nice.
Thanks.
He's like, basically, he's like, I'm a wolf. I've always been a wolf. But I'm
What's
your
your
brother.
name? What's your name?
Baston.
I mean, don't copy what I said. What's your name?
Baston.
Damn it. Just copied me. He says he's a wolf and he's always been a wolf. I'm so confused.
It might be part of the magic. He just doesn't know.
Of course you are, brother. I'll just pour out some booze for him, and then I'll just look back at you with like a oh my god, help me face.
He like jabs his nose really hard into your side and be like, and like says, calm the fuck down.
Hey, stop it. Just had some serious shit show, like, told to me, okay, Bastion? I'm trying. Thorgrim believes that you are Goliath, like me. Before you were wolf, you were Goliath, and you were turned into this. Well, all of our family was.
Baston goes, he's just a tiny rock human. What does he know about wolves?
He is not. He's a smart person. He knows lots of things. It's complicated, and I'll just
He goes,
hold my arms.
he literally wears a rock everywhere he goes. It may be shiny.
It keeps him safe. We're not smart enough to use them. You're
I
only
fucking
hearing
love
one
Bastion.
half of the conversation.
I
Of
fucking
course.
love Baston.
I think at this point Thorgrim just is used to this and just kind of smiling like this is.
I'll kind of like look back at you for a moment, and I'll be like, I promise he doesn't mean it. He's just upset right now.
He's like, stop calling me a Goliath. I'm not a Goliath. I'm a wolf. I'm your brother.
Fine. You're right. You're
And
my
you
brother.
you need to calm down. And as he says that, he jumps up and licks your face.
Okay. I'll kind of like pat him, and I'll be like, I'll try and calm down.
He then like lays his head on the table and like licks the spilled alcohol up.
I am not going to tell you what he called you. It is very insensitive.
Bastion, really? I thought we were friends.
He called you a rock human.
I beg your pardon?
I know. I
Scratching
told
behind
him
your
it was.
ears for at least a day for that one.
He responded all to hearing that.
Baston's
my-
Baston's like, he doesn't care.
I'll look at him, and I'll look at Baston. He's very hurt. but he'll try and do better. He's going to console his sadness with booze now.
That's Tenzin and that's Thorgrim.
I need hotkeys.
Is that Yao Ming?
No, I'm not sure who that is. That guy's huge, but yeah, that's not Yao Ming.
How do you?
I know what Yao Ming looks like.
He's a sports guy.
Oh my god. I'm just looking back at the gifts from you guys. Oh my god.
The yes was in response to "Is my life a lie?"
Oh my god.
I'll be right back.
Okay. That's so good.
Okay. Do you guys have any more RP you want to do this evening?
I don't think so.
So I guess Aiken's next. Well, let's go find out what's up with
Yeah,
him.
I think so. You know, I think the rest of us has been through a lot. I think we should pin this bastard down and, you know, ruin his life a little.
That's fun.
So
We go in, like, get on both sides of you in the bar, and we like grab you by the shoulder, and like, tell us what's fucked up about your life.
Jesus! What?
Yeah,
Tell us everything.
everybody
every
else's life
fucking
turns
thing.
this shit. What's yours?
Jesus! Guys, calm down!
Sorry, it's just
It's been a long night.
she actually is a wolf, but not a wolf.
I'm not a wolf,
What?
but I'm a wolf.
No, it's
It's
Huh?
complicated.
Why is everyone crying?
it's been a long day. Okay,
I don't know.
seriously, we find out so much shit today.
And you come out unscathed, you lucky bastard.
I'm sorry.
What's so good about you? Who did you?
Nothing.
Inside.
Nothing. There's nothing that's like so good about me. Like I didn't like.
Thorgrim's just like really squinting hard, like
I
looking
will
at you, like
also insight check him.
Haven't made
Look
any
at-
deals with any gods or anything along those lines.
Damn it.
watching you.
I can't squint at you through all my tears.
I just put my finger like really close to your face, and I'm like, watching you.
Sorry, you guys are having a bad
We'll
day,
find
but-
out what it is. Can't hide it forever.
We'll figure you out.
I'd just leave at that point. You just walk off.
Probably.
Wait. What time are we taking off in the morning?
Ah, who cares?
Sometime.
I sort of like look around like, what the hell just happened?
Oh. I think that's all I got.
That was great.
Well, that just because I don't have trauma.
I can't believe we can't.
You have to have it. What is it?
What's your trauma?
There is something wrong with you.
We're just gonna
What is
badger
it?
you to tell us your trauma, and your trauma's gonna be us badgering you.
Yeah.
It's like, this is it. This is
You're
I'm
scary.
experiencing it right now.
There were some people I thought were pretty cool, but they just wanted to know what's wrong with me and they wouldn't leave me alone till I told them.
Yeah, they just relentlessly screamed at me until like I made something up that was wrong with me.
I'm
It's
perfect. Leave
incredibly
me
intimidating.
Okay.
Yeah, and one's part wolf, so can't imagine how I felt. Oh,
So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here tonight. Cause I do gotta work early in the morning.
Oh hell yeah!
And
Honestly.
I feel like we're at a pretty good
Only 10:30.
we're pretty good stopping point here. You guys are about to go to bed. You guys have had your traumatic.
Can we just get a long rest now? So we don't...
Yeah, you guys can take your long rest, and then we will start travel on day the 24th. Alright, 25th. Of Runewright next session. So, thanks for watching YouTube. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.